In today's video, Phil thought it would be a great idea to copy Carter Scherer's most recent video and try and turn his goldfish into a giant goldfish.
I don't think he can survive in there. He's gonna flourish.
Our pond is teeming with monsters. One you might have heard of, the pond monster. And if you put anything into our pond, there's a good chance that it would mutate. What we found will shock you.
You're gonna be my eyes and ears looking out for Gary, or whatever Gary's
And we may have just created the biggest monster ever.
Jake! Have you seen Carter Scherer's new video?
Carter Scherer's new video?
Yes, he's growing fish in his pond. A massive goldfish.
Phil, that's impossible. There's no such thing as a massive goldfish.
He took the fish out of its tank, put it into the pond, and it grew extremely large.
A goldfish can't just grow into a giant goldfish.
They only stay small because you have them in small areas. If you give them a big area to swim around in, they grow bigger and bigger. All right, Gary, you're coming on a trip.
Phil, you can't just take our goldfish and put him in the pond.
Gary?
Our goldfish is very happy inside his tank.
He's gonna be even happier with a bigger home in the pond.
Phil, I really don't know about this.
Now come on, once he gets real big, we can sell him.
He's going for it. He's on a mission to get this goldfish to be massive.
Logan, it's gonna be great.
Oh, our pond is looking extra green today.
Yeah, like the color of all that money we're gonna get when this fish grows up to be a monster.
Phil, I don't think that's very good for a fish. The pond monster could be in there.
All right, Gary, good luck.
Phil, you just chucked Gary. I don't think he can survive in there.
He can. He's gonna flourish. That pond is way bigger than the tank we had him in. He's gonna grow massive.
Gary, Bear, got your favorite Timbits and your old pal Uncle PJ. Who's hungry for a Timbit? I am. Okay, but who's hungry for a Timbit? Gary Bear? You in there? Where'd you go? Where's Gary?
You wanna take this one, Logan?
Yeah, so Phil may have thrown Gary into the pond.
Why, Phil? Why would you throw Gary into the pond?
Yeah, especially now that it's so green. I don't know if Gary's gonna make it, Jake.
What, Phil? What goes through your brain sometimes?
Jake, would you just calm down? I am turning Gary into a giant goldfish.
What, you think it's just gonna eventually be the size of a whale?
Well, I wasn't thinking the size of a whale, maybe just more like you, but I mean, a whale and you, pretty much the same thing.
Gonna take that from Phil?
I'm not gonna take that from Phil. No. Phil, you, me, Beyblades. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Oh! Take that, Phil! Take that!
We do have a bit of an issue now. Gary the goldfish is in our pond.
Yeah, not only is Gary the goldfish in our pond, but Phil seems to have forgotten about all the monsters and crazy stuff that's been going on. I mean, we've been dealing with a brand new monster known as the Stranger.
I've been away in Italy enjoying a very relaxing vacation. I don't know about the Stranger, and I don't want to know about the Stranger.
Oh, really? Well, then I hope you don't like getting trapped in a coffin with live worms crawling all over you, because that's something the Stranger would do. Now, not only that, but we've been dealing with a pond monster that's been living in our pond for the past year.
I know, which is why I told you we should get out of this place.
Maybe we can get to Gary and save him before it's too late and turns into some sort of crazy thing.
Gary doesn't need saving. This is a bad idea.
Not to mention the fact that if you guys saw in the last video, we found out that the Stranger's slime can literally change the state of matter. It turned a stone into a diamond. Gary could be anything by now.
Wait, guys? No way. The Beyblade landed like this.
That is like the most good luck thing you could ever do.
So maybe Gary doesn't need saving.
I don't know if it exactly means that, but what it might mean is that everyone watching this video right now is going to get a bunch of good luck. And if you guys want to get some extra good luck, then all you have to do is like the video as well as hit that bell button. If you're watching on a smart TV, hit the up button on the remote and make sure to add this video to watch later so you never miss one of our brand new videos.
Dude, that is insane. Whoa, Phil, why would you do that?
All right, everyone, let's head down to the armory. We're going down to the pond to find Gary, but because we don't know what could have happened to him yet, we need to make sure that we bring some investigation gear, but also some gear in case things go south. Come on. All right. Time to gear up, grab all our science equipment, and go down to the pond and find out what kind of mistake you made.
I didn't make this mistake. He did.
It's not a mistake. Also, are you sure gearing up is really necessary?
Yeah, because there's still a pond monster out there, the creepy Stranger, and not to mention whatever could have happened to your goldfish in the time that it's been in that pond.
We did it this morning. We were down there 2 hours ago. I don't think they grow that fast. fast.
I gotta say, Jake, this is gonna be really tough finding such a small fish in such a big pond.
By now, that fish might be fully mutated into something else. It might not even be a fish. It could have grown legs, fangs, arms, maybe even wings. It could be a bird.
That would make us really, really, really rich.
I think you're a little bit crazy.
Just grab all the equipment and meet me down there and watch out for the pond monster. And guys, if you're watching, we can't always see what's going on around us. So if you see anything weird happening in the pond, in the forest, be sure to let us know in the comments. A lot of you guys were telling us that you saw the creepy stranger in the background of a ton of our shots in the last video, which doesn't make me feel too great.
Jake, it's been a while since I geared up, and I gotta say, I preferred Italy.
I would have preferred Italy too.
All right, time to head out.
I forget the password.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, Phil. And my fingerprint.
Back into my favorite place, the pond.
Now guys, remember?
Oh, now that's an anthill!
That is quite an anthill.
Just think about it, Jake. Tiny creatures creating such a big mountain. Now just imagine what Gary will be able to do once he turns into a giant goldfish.
Yeah, well, if I have anything to say about it, that's not gonna happen. So as you know, our backyard has been, let's just say, a hotspot for monsters, zombies, all that kind of stuff. And with the Lake Corporation trying to track down these stones and create new monsters, new stuff is popping up all the time. But one of the things that we found out when we first started investigating the pond monster was that the slime that it emits, not only is it, well, extremely acidic, but it also is comprised of something called beta particles. And these beta particles are able to infect and transform objects and living beings. You might remember that when Logan got bit by the pond monster. Yeah, so if you were to dunk someone or something into the pond, that would be very, 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 very bad. That's why you haven't seen us go swimming in the pond. Because although it might be a smart idea or maybe a stupid idea to go into the pond and actually search for the pond monster, it would also almost certainly mean getting mutated into something worse. Now, after Logan and Phil's little experiment, I'm expecting that his goldfish is not going to be the nice friendly Gary that we all love and know.
What was that?
Logan, don't do that. We do not want to wake the pond monster up. Also, before, it was a little bit easier. All you had to worry about was the pond monster. You could like look at the pond, make sure nothing was moving. If it looked quiet, things were okay. But now with the creepy stranger roaming around, we always got to be checking the forest line. And I still don't know what the creepy stranger wants. A lot of you guys were saying that it or she or he is using black magic and trying to cast spells. I've said it before, but as a man of science, I don't believe in magic. But I can't deny some of the creepy stuff it was doing, and it definitely conjured worms inside our house.
Dude, what happened to this place? I was gone for 2 weeks and you left this place like this?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you take this one, Jakey. I'm gonna go find Gary.
Yes, Logan, this is what the creepy stranger did to our entire spy base. Not only did it destroy the base, but it drew weird markings all over. In fact, some of you guys who were watching the video actually noticed something pretty crazy. This table here, a lot of you believed was some sort of conjuring table, a spell table. And what you found, which I had no idea happened, was during the video when I placed this lantern, which the creepy stranger left in this circle, well, this happened. Check this out. But that's an investigation for another day. Today, our main objective is to save Gary, or put a stop to whatever it's turned into.
Okay, so if I'm correct, Gary went in the pond right over there. Right there. Are you gonna go looking for him, Phil?
Well, you see, Logan, I believe in this experiment of mine, so no, I'm not gonna go looking for him. I hope he's in there enjoying life in his brand new big fish bowl.
Remember to be on the lookout for anything related to the pond monster or other monsters. We're not just here for Gary. Since Gary's gonna be kind of hard to track down and we don't know the state of him yet, I'm gonna be using a underwater drone. And you might be thinking, Papa Jake, why are you holding a GoPro and a real drone? Well, fortunately for us, I crashed our underwater drone. And since Logan won't let me buy a new one, I've created my very own GoPro attached to a real drone.
Jake, this is not gonna work.
It'll work. I'll hover the GoPro above the water and dunk it in whenever I think I see something.
Yeah, Jake, just make sure you don't break this drone because the last drone you broke was $3,000. While Jake's doing that, I'm gonna do a perimeter check to make sure there's no pond monster activity around here.
Now that's a good idea. I would not want Gary to be eaten by the pond monster
Logan,
before he grows into a giant goldfish.
All right.
Okay guys, if you're seeing this, you are currently on the GoPro that's gonna be dunked in the water. I won't be able to watch this footage until a little bit later, so you're gonna be my eyes and ears looking out for Gary, or whatever Gary's turned into.
Guys, check it out. Looks like we found one of Jake's old shoes.
And the shoe still smells awful.
All right, guys, come with me. We're gonna take a closer look at what's going on in our pond. First few steps are always a little scary. We are stepping inside our pond. Whoa, 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 whoa.
All right, guys, so we now have the GoPro attached to the drone. I'm gonna be able to fly this across the pond and dip it in at different points. You're gonna have to let me know what you see on the GoPro because we're not gonna be able to review the footage until later. Hopefully this works and hopefully the drone doesn't crash or worse, get eaten by something.
Jake, it's actually working! Jake, I just realized we're not gonna be able to see what's down there. It's on a GoPro, not the drone.
Yeah, we're gonna have to review it after, Phil. But the viewers are watching it live.
I wanna be a viewer. I wanna see what's down there right now. Oh, there goes Jake.
Whoa! Okay guys, the GoPro has just gone underwater. I have no idea what it's seeing, if it's seeing a massive goldfish or if it's just seeing a bunch of sludge. Something's going on in the pond. Okay, we're heading into our pond. Right off the bat, I'm seeing something extremely disturbing. It's kind of hard to get in there. Whoa, check it out. Underneath our dock, looking for any pond monster activity, and right away, I found this. This is disturbing. I don't know how long this has been here for, if it's the stranger's glove, but this glove looks haunted. It also smells really, really gross down here.
Logan, you had any Gary sightings yet?
I can't see beneath the surface, but right now we're gonna see how far we can walk out. Now the issue with walking out here is it can feel fine and then all of a sudden you just sink really deep into the pond, like right now. It's kind of like quicksand. But right now we're just checking the perimeter of the pond to make sure there's no pond monster activity. Not seeing anything suspicious. What is this? Whoa. Guys, look what I just found. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna bring it back to the base. Oh, there's Jake. Oh, no way. I don't know if I can make it all the way there, but there's a boat. Oh, that's a big frog. Okay, recovered the boat. Nice. Whoa, 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 guys. Okay, we may have just found pond monster activity and some serious pond monster activity. Guys, I think we have a serious problem.
What? Did you see Gary?
We have a pond monster egg.
Logan, put that down.
This is a real pond monster egg.
You remember what happened last time we dealt with pond monster eggs?
I don't know. I think maybe I should just leave it right there. I don't know what to do.
Do not move that pond monster egg. Last year when we played around with those things, it was really bad news. Jake?
We got another problem happening.
What do you mean? He found a pond monster egg, Jake!
I don't have time for that right now, Phil. Something's hooked onto the drone. It's dragging the drone.
Wait a minute, it might be Gary!
Something's grabbing onto it. It's pulling me. It's fighting against me like I've hooked a fish or something.
Jake, it could be Gary! You're like fishing with a GoPro!
It might literally be Gary, and he might have thought our GoPro was a snack. Come on, I don't want to lose this drone too.
We officially have a pond monster egg in our pond.
Logan, I don't have time for that. Something is literally trying to eat our GoPro. Got it. It's free. Okay, come on.
Okay, bring it closer.
Wait, guys, where are you going?
We need to review this footage.
Wait, you said you found a pond monster egg?
Yeah, we have a pond monster egg in our pond.
So maybe that wasn't Gary. Maybe that was just the pond monster. We know that the pond monster has different nesting cycles. We found a nest last year. He could be making baby pond monsters. We could have more than one pond monster in this whole pond.
No, Jake, it was Gary. I'm sure he's already growing really, really big.
Okay, guys, I don't know if you saw anything on that camera. I don't know if you saw a pond monster or Gary, but there was definitely something. Unless we've got really, really, really big fish in the pond, we need to go review that footage. For now, let's leave the pond monster egg. As much as I want to stop baby pond monsters from growing in the pond, we got to figure this out.
Guys, do you see that?
Whoa, we got smoke.
There's a lot of smoke over there.
That's pond monster smoke. It means the pond monster is active. Hold on, I still have the drone up. I got eyes on the pond monster. He's moving that way into the woods.
Okay, that's it. I'm out of here.
Wait, Logan, where are you going?
I'm leaving.
No.
I'm gone.
You cannot leave, okay? You were just in Italy for 2 weeks. Listen, we need to track down the pond monster, but that also means that whatever was pulling on my drone was most likely Gary. I need to get home and review this footage because we could have a bigger problem in our pond. You two, track down the pond monster and find out what he's doing.
Oh, come on. I am done with the pond monster. Even though we don't really have anything with us to capture the pond monster, we're on even ground. He's not in the pond, he's on land, which means for once, we have the upper hand. Whenever we see smoke around the pond, it means the pond monster has left. Gotta make my way through this brush. Whoa, guys. That is fresh slime. That is fresh pond monster slime. Phil, we have fresh pond monster slime.
Aw, man, I knew I shouldn't have followed you into the woods.
I think a red ant is biting me in the shin.
That's uncomfortable feeling.
Time to figure out what's on that GoPro. Now, you guys would have already seen this footage, but if I'm suspecting what I think is happening, I'm about to find that Gary's no longer our friendly friend, Gary. Whoa, is that? Okay. That is not a regular fish. What is that thing? This is exactly why I told Phil not to put Gary in the pond. What has happened to Gary? He's a monster. This must be why the pond monster fled the pond. The pond monster had another monster enter his pond and he got scared. And nothing scares the pond monster, which means that whatever Gary's turned into, it is definitely worse than the pond monster. I need to reverse this. I need to stop this before it gets even worse because there's no telling how big Gary can get and there's no telling how much he'll mutate. If the pond monster's scared of him, that's not good.
Okay. All right, it looks like it went this way.
We're gonna follow it even further.
Yeah, Phil, it's our one chance to capture it.
We don't have a net.
We have an axe.
Okay, you know what? That's better than our bare hands.
Phil, we got more slime. And judging from the look of this, it's fresh.
I don't think I've ever seen pond monster slime that fresh.
Okay, it went this way. Somewhere here.
Okay guys, so the mutation has only been a couple hours, which means that I'm hoping it is reversible. Now, there's not a lot that we know about the beta particle, but one thing we do know is it reacts to electricity, which means that if it's only just happened, there's a good chance that we can revert the mutation with some sort of electromagnetic charge. To do that, I'm gonna need to create something. If I deploy this correctly into the pond, this might have a chance of reverting whatever happened to Gary. And as much as it's great to get the pond monster out of the pond, whatever he's gonna turn into will be far worse if the pond monster's already running away. And just like that, I've created something that I believe should work. As you guys can see, I've modified one of our box for blasters and added a bunch of wiring to it with a battery inside. Now I'm gonna supercharge the battery using this generator, which then will supercharge the system and the payload inside. This will enter into the pond, and since it's cardboard, it will get wet, it'll conduct electricity, and if all goes well, boom, big electrical explosion. All right. Looks like the electricity is holding. Levels are critical. This thing's ready to go. Hope the guys have had good luck with the pond monster, but it's time to save Gary.
Oh, there. Got more slime.
At least it looks like it's thinning out a little bit. It looks like a tail. Guys, does this not look exactly like a tail? Maybe that's where the slime comes from.
Wait, up here, okay? Yeah, it looks like it's in a straight line going this way. More slime.
It's getting thinner out.
Wait, the trail ends. There's no more slime up here.
There's gotta be some.
Did we lose it? Not seeing the pond monster.
I got nothing over here.
Okay, well at least the pond monster's out of the pond. We should probably get out of the forest before something bad happens and go look for Gary, the giant goldfish. We should probably check on that footage. Maybe Jake did find Gary. Jake, what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? What are you guys doing? What happened with the pond monster?
We lost the trail, the slime, it stopped.
What is this, Jake?
I reviewed the footage, and I was right. Whatever was grabbing onto the GoPro was not the pond monster, it was Gary. And Phil, let's just say he's turned into something that ain't so friendly.
Wait, you saw Gary in our pond?
But is it big?
Yeah, you can say that. Gary's definitely gotten bigger, but he's gonna keep getting bigger if I don't put a stop to him. That's why I created this EMP cannon.
You're gonna take out Gary?
You're gonna kill Gary?
It's not gonna kill Gary, and also you might all wanna stand back because this thing is going to blow the pond. This is the only way I think we'll be able to save Gary. All right, activating the EMP cannon in 3, 2, 1. Dropped in. All right, Gary, here goes nothing. For Gary!
Oh, Jake, no. Jake, that went over the pond!
Quickly! Get it into the pond!
Jake!
I'm going!
Guys, I don't know what Jake just launched, but it totally missed the pond. Jake!
You got the stuff. Yeah.
Dude, this isn't good. There's like no way.
I'll throw it.
Dude, I can't even see it. Yeah, I threw it in the pond.
You did? Okay. It may have not gone the way we planned, but it still got to the pond. Wow, this thing has a kick. So the EMP cannon launched way harder than I had calculated. I might have done the calculations a little bit fast because we're, well, time crunch. But as you guys can see, the EMP still made it to the pond and the electricity is running off the water. Now is our chance to get Gary back. If this worked, he should be back to the Gary that we know.
Right in there.
Phil, do you see him?
Gary, yeah, Gary, and yeah.
You got him! You got Gary!
We got Gary back.
He's fully mutated back. It actually worked! Well, not only is this great that we saved Gary, but it's also great that we now know that electricity can redo whatever the beta particle does.
Does this mean we're not gonna have a giant goldfish ever again?
No. Time to go home, Gary.